And I have the grand poobah of manufacturers over here, Fender. And we're going to go through a lot of new product from them. But I'm going to start here with Chase Paul, who's a product specialist from Fender. And just recently, you guys launched some stunning new effects pedals, and you're going to tell us about some new ones that just came in to the fold over here.
Thanks,
so
Paul.
Take it away, Chase.
Thanks for having us. So the 6 that we released earlier in this year are on the board, but the 3 that I really want to highlight today are the Full Moon Distortion, the Pelt Fuzz, and then the Engager Boost.
Okay.
So, I mean, the Full Moon Distortion is our first high-gain distortion pedal. It's on the line between metal gain and performance distortion, like high-performance players. It's got a 3-band EQ with a high filter control, so you can dial in and out that sizzle, that top end. It's got two toggle switches to help you shape your tone between asymmetrical and symmetrical clipping on the texture switch. And then there's also the bite switch here that adds high frequency gain before like right at the beginning of the gain structure, so you get a little extra punch coming out of the pedal there. And then there's also an onboard boost. It's a clean boost, so it's immediately after the gain stages. So it just takes whatever you have laid out and then bumps that volume up.
Yeah, I know. So actually, I had the pleasure of actually playing that, which is pretty awesome. And I noticed that the way you voice the circuit, it does everything from the real Sabbath grind to more of that Pantera-esque type of cutting mid-range.
Yeah.
You really nailed that circuit.
It's Stan Cody is the brilliant engineer behind this line of pedals, and he approaches it from the standpoint of how can we make this effective for a wide range of players.
Yeah.
Being a player himself and having a bunch of players around in product development, we're able to bounce ideas off of people and find what really makes sense for a number of different playing styles.
Yeah, I just noticed. I will say, playing that there is tons of gain, so it's definitely a must try.
Yeah, there's a lot on tap there.
So now moving over to the next pedal that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so that's the Pelt Fuzz right here in our little purple box. It's a silicon transistor-based fuzz, but it's not based on any other previous circuit. It's an all-original circuit. Yep. It has your typical controls of your fuzz, your output level, and then the tone is a low-pass filter. So it's just like the tone on your volume or on your guitar. So you can roll it back and roll off the high end, but it doesn't add any harsh high-end brightness or anything to it.
Yeah.
There's a 3-way toggle for mid-range, so you can leave it flat. You can boost your mid-range, or you can cut the mid-range to get that classic big, woolly, scooped fuzz sound.
Yeah.
And then there's the thickness toggle that basically replaces some low end that can get lost in high gain stuff like that.
Yeah. I got to say, again, that one I also played through, and if you're going to play any fuzz, I highly recommend you play the Pelt, because it is probably the most versatile fuzz I've come across. There's just a lot of tone shaping and a lot of range of fuzz tones, whether you like it more distorted or more fuzzy. You really nailed it.
And another thing that Stan and the rest of the team worked on this was the bloom control. That's kind of our unique take on this fuzz pedal. Is the bloom ranges from soft to hard, and what that does is that affects the attack of the gain on the note. So on the soft side, you get much smoother, kind of classic fuzz sounds. Awesome. And then as you go to the hard side, it pushes it to get that splattery, broken up, like Velcro-y, zippery fuzz thing that we've all come to know and love.
You know, plus everyone needs a purple pedal, so you got to have it. So let's move on to the last one, the Engage Boost.
Yeah, so the Engager Boost it's our Swiss Army knife of effects pedals. It's got a 3-band EQ. It has up to 20 dB of clean boost on tap. It's switchable to be buffered or true bypass, so you can really kind of find a spot that it fits anywhere in your chain, whether you want to set the platform for your clean tone and leave it always on, use it before or after gain pedals, either add more gain or just bump up your volume if you like what you got, or use it at the end of your chain and make sure you've got everything dialed in so it works well with whatever your amplifier is used to seeing.
Right, awesome, very cool. Well, again, thank you, Chase, for showing me all the new pedals here.
Thank you so much.
And I highly recommend, if you haven't tried Fender's new pedal line, you need to try it out. They really hit a home run with this brand new pedal line. It's some serious pedal power over here.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we're going to move over to another Fender product.
We're going to bring out Ethan.
We're going to bring out Ethan. All right. Thank you again, Chase.
Of course, thank you.
All right.
There you go.
How's it going?
Good. So here I have Ethan Kaplan from Fender, and we're going to talk about the brand new Players Pack app. Am I correct?
So it's actually the tuner app that we released a little over a year ago. We've now added kind of like the Swiss Army knife for guitarists to it, including, I don't know if you can see it, like a very precise professional tuner, an actual kind of drum machine.
Let's try and get that.
There you go. With actual sounds, you can sort of hear. There you go. Scales, chords, and some of the cool stuff we did is the chord finder's all dynamic. So any 5,000 chords that we can do in here. So we really aim to make the tuner app, which has been really popular on iOS, there are over 2 million downloads now on iOS, Android, really make it more robust for players.
Yeah.
So we know that people are using it multiple times a day, so now it's even more feature packed.
Yeah, you guys have been all in on the whole educational aspects of playing guitar, and you really have done an amazing job with your app, making it far more friendly.
Yeah.
And I should say user friendly and more engaging to your audience, right?
Yeah. So we have 2 main apps in the App Store: Fender Play, which is our digital learning product, and Tune, which is the tuner. And we kind of based both apps are oriented toward, if you've never picked up a guitar before, one teaches you how to play, one teaches you how to tune. We make no assumptions, but we also have now made with the tuner, if you're actually an accomplished guitar player, you want something other than A440, you want alternative tunings, you want different chord voicings, it's now where you can go for that. And you'll start seeing Play get even more broad in content as well. And both apps kind of feed each other. They're doing really well, and they help each other out. But we want to make apps that are good, just like the guitars we make, that are well-designed, easy to use, and engaging for players of all types.
That's great. Now, is it Players Pack? Is it a free app? Is it
So the tuner is still free, but to unlock Players Pack, it's you can do it each feature individually. There's 5 features.
Okay.
Or you could do them all for $4.99. So
That's
one-time purchase, $4.99, and
that's great.
Reviews have been great on it, so we're really excited about it. It's out for iOS now. Android will be hitting in September.
Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you, Ethan.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for showing that.
Yep. Thank you.
We're going to move over to the next Fender product. Thanks so much. I have an old friend over here. I have Alan Abbasi here from Fender Guitars.
How are you
going
doing,
to
my
show
friend?
me the brand new Players Edition.
Player Series.
Players
I see you so
Series.
often now, I think we're like distant cousins.
I know. It's like looking in a mirror.
How are
So,
you today?
I'm doing very well.
Good. So you're right. I've got here a brand new Player Series Stratocaster. The Player Series is replacing our Standard Series, which has been a stalwart of the Fender line for many, many, many years, so it's a big deal. We hadn't done some major upgrades to these instruments in a long time. So for the Player Series, we decided to rename the series and change it all up. So what we're looking at here as far as upgrades on the guitars, one of the best things is 22 frets instead of 21 now.
Right.
So you have a little bit wider range when you're bending your notes in the higher registers. Brand new pickup sets on all the guitars and basses. So we were using ceramic bar magnet pickups on the Standard Series, which sounded great, but now we're using Alnico on all the pickups. So it's a significant upgrade in like the touch sensitivity and the articulation and the warmth and the bell-like clarity, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And we're upgrading the bridges on the Strats and the
Yeah, I
Tellys.
noticed
So
the two bolt over here.
yeah, so what that really does is just reduce a lot of the friction when you use the trem, so it stays in tune a lot better,
Yes.
and it actually feels a little smoother in my opinion. Some other little things that are kind of cool are the tone knob, but this used to be vintage wiring on the Strats, didn't have a bridge tone.
Correct.
So now we added a bridge tone because everyone wants to back off the bridge a little bit, right? The
Especially
tone of
when
the
it
bridge.
gets a little,
Yeah.
spiky.
And then we kind of badged the neck plates a little better by putting a Fender F on the back of the
That's
neck
good.
plate there. So those are some of the features that are common to the guitars that have been upgraded. Basses all get Alnico pickups as well. We added a Jaguar to the line. So
Right.
now there's a Jaguar that has a humbucker and single coil configuration, which is really cool.
That's
we have a
great.
host of new colors. You're looking at Buttercream, which is a nice yellow.
Yes.
We also have Tide Pool, which is blue, Sage Green Metallic Green, Polar White, which is a very stark snow kind of white.
Yep.
And of course you can still get Burst and Black. And we have a new Sonic Red. And on the Tele you can still get Butterscotch, which is always a classic. Telecaster also gets Stratocaster saddles, so we upgraded the saddles of the Telecaster.
Well, that's good as well.
So this is like a $649.99 price point, and it's like the best playing, best sounding Strat or Tele or P or J that you can get at that price
That's
point.
amazing. That's amazing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus you also did like a satin finish neck. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a modern C shape, so it's the comfortable slick, slim seat that everyone loves so much, and it's satin on the back so your hand won't stick when you're
That's awesome.
trying to do your shred.
That's amazing. And now, like as you said, now this is the initial launch of these colors. Obviously, there'll be more on your next run. There'll be a whole bunch of probably new colors, if you will.
Yeah, we're trying to refresh the colors a little bit quicker than we used to in the past.
Yeah.
So you'll probably see some new colors from all the major series every year.
Yeah.
We haven't really tried a lot of different new colors on the standard series recently. We were using Candy Apple Red and Lake Placid Blue, which are just classic Fender vintage colors. So we tried to bake some new ones into this one.
So did we mention that you said there's also a Jaguar as well, and a Mustang?
No Mustang, but there's a Jazz Master. So for offsets in the Player Series, you can choose from Jaguar, Jazz Master, or a Jaguar bass.
Gotcha.
Which has a PJ pickup configuration, so that's real fun too.
So you pretty much encompassed most of the line on the Player Series.
Yep.
Which is great, and of course the price point is really sweet.
Yeah. I mean, the P bass, the J bass, you can also get fretless and 5-string as well. So there's a little something for every player in there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Well, thank you so much, Alan. This is wonderful,
Paul.
and it's always good to see you.
Always pleasure to see you, my distant cousin.
That's right. Yes, but definitely check out the Players Series. I did before. Amazing, and of course, you just can't beat the price. Really great. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We got more to come. All right, thank you.